Hi children, welcome back. In previous lesson we discussed about the industries. Now we'll see the new lesson, that is very interesting lesson. You know the resources. What is the resources? Resources means anything useful to us, it is called the resources. Resources are categorized into three: natural resources, human made resources, human resources. Natural resources means they are naturally available in the environment. Example: air, sunlight, water, minerals, they are naturally available. Next one, human made resources. Example: building, any construction, dams, buildings, colleges, schools. These all are human made resources. Today we'll see third resource is human resources. Human resources. Today our lesson 6, human resources, module 1. What is human resources? We'll see in detail what is human resources. So people are nation greatest resource. Any country development depend on the human resource. It is the people, their demand and abilities that turn into the resources. So human resources is the ultimate resource. Here human resource, they should be healthy, they should be educated, and they should be motivated. So this developed resources as per their requirements. If the people are healthy, they are educated, they are motivated, then the country will develop. Other resources like natural, human made resources, human resources not equally distributed. Already we discussed in the mineral lesson, mineral and power resources. Minerals are not distributed equally. In some places minerals are there, in some places we cannot see mineral. So here human resources also, they are not distributed equally. Why they did not distributed equally? These human resources depend on the some physical factors, and here they differ in their education level also. Some they will highly educated, some people illiterate, they don't know read and write. Like that, the difference in education also. Next, difference in the age. We can take the age group. Small children are there, adult is there, old is there, like this. Difference in the age also. Next one, difference in the sex means male population, female population. Now we'll see the distribution of population. Distribution of population on the continents. How they are this is the world map, how the population is distributed. The population is not distributed equally on all the continents. So see here distribution of population. Here they gave 100 people in the world. Suppose example 100 people are there, imagine. See these people live in Asia. This color is yellow color is in Asia. Next one, this one they live in the Europe continent. Next one, the violet purple color is in the Africa. Next one, blue color is in Central and South America. Next one, red color is in North America. Next, this color is only single is there. Live in Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Island. So this it shows that the distribution of population in some places. See, you see here Asia. Asia is thickly populated. The way in which people are spread across the earth surface known as the population distribution. 90% of the world population live in only 10% of the land. Already we know the land 3/4 covered by the water. In that 25% land is there, no? In that only 10% land suitable to live. 90% of the population living only in 10%. Means the land should be plain area, and the climate also suitable to live, and water has to available, so that only 10% land has this all factors. The distribution of population extremely uneven. Some areas are very crowded, like Asia. Asia is very crowded, more people. Some areas are sparely means less populated. The crowded areas are Southeast Asia, Europe, North America. Next, less populated, very few population are in high altitude. High altitude means mountain areas. High altitude mountain areas. Equatorial forest also not suitable to live. Many more people live in north of the equator than the south of the equator. Almost 3/4 of the world population live in two continents, Asia and Africa. And 60% of the world people stay in just 10 countries. So, if you will take the world map, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, he is saying northern hemisphere more population is there. North of the equator means north hemisphere more population is there. Now he is saying the 10 countries have more population. See that what the 10 countries have more population. Here it shows the 10 countries. First populous country is China. First populous country is China. Next followed by India. Then third one is USA. Next Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia, Nigeria, Japan. These are the world's most populous countries. See, almost China, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia, these are in Asia continent only. So, Asia continent is the more population. Almost populous countries are in Asia continent. Next one topic is population density. What is population density? Population density means average number of people per square kilometer. They will take the area, particular area. In that area, how many people are there? Number of people by area of that particular area. How many square kilometers are there? Then we will get the density of the population per square kilometer. If the density of the population we know means it shows the area, whether the area is sparsely less populated or it is densely more populated. You compare village and cities. Cities have more populated, density of population more in the cities because the facilities available in cities, it may be education facility or it may be health facilities, other water facilities and job opportunities more are in the city. That's why more people migrated to the city. City population, density of population is more in the cities compared to the villages. Now see here, population distribution. Population density can be calculated at a local level, regional level, national or global. Local means a particular village level. Regional, north side, south side, east, like that they compare the region. Next, national, countrywide. Next one, global means worldwide. The graphic shows pattern of the population density on a global scale. Now here worldwide they are showing. See here, this thick color is densely populated. See India, in India also mostly in the coastal area. You see here coastal area densely populated. Mostly the population near the coastal area. See North America, South America near the coast. Why they are near the coast, more densely populated areas? Water facility. Here water is available for agriculture and mostly plain areas suitable to construction of the houses, construction of the roads. These all facilities are all available. See here also Japan, Europe, see here densely populated. Next one. So density of population 0 to 5 per square kilometer, only 25 people are there. That is this light pink color. This is only 0 to 25. Next one, this thick color you see here 500, 1500 to 9000. Bangladesh and South Korea, more densely populated. Here these two countries. Next one, India, you see here India is average is 300 to 500, and in this also see here near the coastal area, this light color is Rajasthan, dry areas, and remaining all areas are the density of population is 300 to 500. Here see North America, this North America here, this is the Canada region, Alaska, Canada, Greenland. Here Canada less populated. Next USA thickly populated. Next South America, only Brazil, here more thickly populated. Next you take Europe, almost all the parts are thickly populated. Density of population is more. Next this one, Asia, East Asia. This is South Asia. Next one, see this is desert area, Arabia desert. This is Kalahari desert, Sahara desert. This is Sahara desert. Now see in Europe only, this is the Egypt. Here Nile river is there, that's why the population is more. And here also this is the coastal area, Nigeria coastal area. So in the coastal areas, density of population is more. Till now we discussed about the density of the population. Means some areas more population is there and some areas less populated. Why some areas are more populated? Why some areas are less populated? The reason behind factors affecting the population distribution. Some factors are there. These factors are geographical factors, topography, climate, soil, water, minerals. Next, other factors are social, culture, economic. Now in detail we'll see the geographical factors. Topography. Topography means nature of the land. Some places it covered with the mountain, some places plateau, some places plain. Among these three land areas we can see mostly plain area. Plain area are suitable to agriculture and suitable to well developed transport, and dams they will construct, houses they will construct, settlement also is in plain area. So topography, plain area mostly populated, mountain area less populated. Next one, climate. So here climate, already we know in earlier classes we discussed about the climate. Torrid zone, very hot climate, it is not suitable to like Amazon basin, equatorial forest. Next one, polar region, Too cold, that also not suitable to live. But moderate climate is there, that is called the temperate zone. So temperate zone living condition is suitable, there the population is more. Next one, soil. Soil means here fertile soil. Fertile soil has suitable to cultivation, crops will grow in fertile soil. So the people also settle where the fertile soil is there, near the river valleys, plain area, Ganga plain, Krishna, Godavari delta, like where the fertile soil is there, the people will settle there. Next one, water. Water is the major factor. Any settlement is there, they require the water. If water is more, it may be groundwater, or it may be river water, or it may be canal water. Where the water source is available, that places are thickly populated. Mostly river valley is thickly populated. Next one, minerals. Where minerals are there, coal, iron ore, there they will get the job opportunities. And industry is also located near the mineral areas. Then that mineral areas are thickly populated. These are the geographical factors. Next, other factors are social, culture, economic. In detail, we'll see in next slides. These are the physical, already we discussed. Where people live comfortably, crops can grow successfully. 90% of the world population live in the northern hemisphere. Already we discussed this one. Northern hemisphere and the temperate zone. Population density highest in the region. So where it is long growing seasons, where the crops will grow mostly, there the population density is more. Example, Europe and North East USA. Temperate grasslands are there. Now see here, in detail we'll see human factors. Economic. Existence of good roads. Economic means roads, development of roads, railways, industries and tourism. This all come under the economic factor. Where good network of the roads are there, well transport. Where well transport is available, railways. Suppose you take the mountain areas. In mountain areas transport is not there. People want to move from one place to another place. Then if the transport is not there, they cannot settle. Where the well developed transport is there, railway network is there, where the industries are there, more people will settle. Tourism. Tourism also, here they will get the jobs. That's why in tourist places people will settle more. Mostly where the temple cities are there. Next one, political. So here government investment. In some places government will invest more on the industries and they develop the areas. There the people will settle more. Next, new towns, reclamation of the land. Here near the coastal area. Near the coastal area they will arrange more land for agriculture. Next one, social factors. Here better housing opportunities. Suppose desert area is there, slopey area is there. Slopey area is not suitable to housing. We cannot construct the houses in slopey areas. In dry region also. Dry region, no water facility. Then we cannot construct the houses there. So where the better houses are there, there the people will settle. And education, where mostly colleges, schools are there. In like cities, towns, the people settlement is more. Next, health facilities, where the hospitals are available, there the people settlement is more. Next one, retirement areas, means some areas where the natural sceneries are there, some people will like that areas, they will settle there. So in detail what we discussed, that only here. So relief means nature of the land, Here density of the population more. This table, this column is population is less. Here low lying land means plain area. Allow people easy to development of agriculture, transport, industry. Example Indo-Gangetic plain in India and Bangladesh. Densely populated areas. Next one, mountain region. This is less populated. Here agriculture, transport, industry is not suitable. Example mountain areas, mountain of Himalayas, swampy areas of eastern Sumatra in Indonesia. Next one, climate. Where the moderate climate is there, people will settle there. Here where the hot climate and extreme cold, it is not suitable. Like Sahara is hot climate, Sahara in Africa hot climate. Next one, Antarctica is a cold climate. Every time it is covered with the ice. It is not suitable, less populated. Soil, already we discussed fertile soil, infertile soil. Next one, mineral resources, where minerals are available. Here they gave the example Ruhr Industrial Valley in Germany. Next one, here lack of the minerals, less populated areas. Next one, facilities, communication, linking, encourage trade. Where the trade also, business also, the populated areas. Example Singapore. Singapore which lies at the crossroad of air. So all airways connected to the Singapore. Tourism, Singapore well developed. And shipping routes also, seaports. Next one, less populated. These areas are where the poor communication links are there, and they did not allow the trade and development. This is the more populated areas, less populated areas. Till now we discussed about the human resources, how they are helpful to the country. Healthy, educated and motivated people are very useful to the country, that are called the human resources. And we discussed the topic of distribution of population also. Some areas more populated, some areas are less populated. Because of the reasons also we discussed the factors: nature of the land, climate, soil, water, minerals, socio culture and economic. Today task of the day is, already we discussed this one. So what you have to do, study the picture, and only 5% people where are there, that continent. Next 13%, next 1%. See here only 1% is there, no, that is the Antarctica continent. Next 12%. You have to prepare the data. Thank you children.